Happy week 15, and welcome back. And we're going to start with a video about pitch and intervals. We were talking about the musical alphabet last week and how there are 7 pitches in the musical alphabet. We talked about how the 8th pitch makes an octave, and that prefix oct means 8. And so from a C to a C would be an octave of 8 pitches. He's going to talk about specific intervals and how we have ones that are called steps, and I think he calls it jumps. We call them skips and leaps, and we'll talk more about those later on. But you'll watch the video first, and then you're going to click next, and you're going to actually experiment with some of the sounds that you're going to hear in the video. So this would be from the C to the D. That would be called a second. And so it says start at middle C, and this is middle C right where the very first one, which matches the C here. So this is middle C and this is middle C. So you're just going to practice those sounds. So from there's a second, and he's going to tell you from here to here is a third. And you'll notice when you press down the key, it actually lights up here on the staff, so you can see the correlation. So we have steps, skips, and then repeated notes, of course, would be whenever it just stays on the same pitch. So you'll be able to play around with this little keyboard for a little bit. And then you're going to come to this. This is called Interval Monkey. And what you're going to do is you're going to drag this over to the staff. And you'll notice there's those 5 lines and 4 spaces. It's going to tell you what pitch letter you're putting it on. So you've already practiced with the keyboard right before this. You can kind of get used to what they sound like. And then we know after G, what would be the next pitch in the music alphabet? Well, that's where it starts back over again, right? So it starts back over to A. So if I were to put something another pitch higher from G, notice it goes to A. And it's telling me right here it's a step. And if I play it, the little interval monkey comes down and actually plays it for me, so I can see right where it is on the keyboard. So you can go back and forth between these 2 keyboards, practicing if you would like. You can create your own melody, but go ahead and let's just, let's do some sames. So we've got some repeats in there. Let's go ahead and do a leap. So basically, if it is right next door, so from G to A, that's going to be a step. If it is over, like from a line to a line, or from a space to a space, and it only skips over one thing, that's called a skip. So, for example, we have our hand staff. If I go from here, this line, and I go to the next line, well, I have skipped over that space, so that's called a skip. Anything bigger than that, so if I go from here and go one more up, anything bigger from here to here to here, those are called leaps. So skip is just from a space to a space, or from a line to a line. Anything bigger than that is a leap, and then if it's right next door, that would be called a step. So let's listen to what this sounds like and let our little monkey play for us. Okay, and then you can turn the words off if you would like. If you would like to practice and see if you can get it on your own, and then go back and add the words and see if you got it right. There's a game mode that you can play. So play around with that for a little bit. Go back and forth between the 2 keyboards. And then the only other thing you need to do is the pitches and intervals quiz, which is based on the video that you will see. And so it'll ask you, what is an interval? And is it a period in music where there's no singing, the distance in pitch between 2 tones, or the first measure of music? Then you're going to come to the next question here. What is an interval greater than a step? Is it a skip, a hop, or a pentatonic scale? Next, what is an octave? An interval of 3 pitches, a diminished chord, the same note in an interval of 8 pitches, higher or lower, or an interval of 5 pitches. Next question, which pitch is highest? Now remember, treble clef tells us we're talking about high pitches, and then but which one is higher on the staff? So that should give you a clue which direction we're going. And then you'll submit it here, your orange button, and then the green button, OK. And then you are done for this week. I did add a little bell challenge game on the end. There's 3 levels, and you're basically just putting them in order from the lowest to the highest pitch, or watch the directions because I think it changes. Place the bells in order from lowest to highest. So this one sounded lower, so I'm going to move it here, put this here, and I'm going to check it. Okay, and then as you get levels, it adds more bells. You can scramble them around, and it will not just stay the same, so the color doesn't stay the same pitch. It doesn't make it harder so that it changes the pitch. So you'll think, oh, that pink was lower last time, but this time it might be higher. So watch that. And then you can reset and play again if you would like. And then I put a little Jingle Bells cup song thing if you would like to learn that in here as well, but that's optional. So you're going to do the pitch and intervals video. You're going to do the steps, skips, and repeated notes keyboard. Do the interval monkey, play the game mode for a little bit, and then you're going to take the quiz, and that's all that's required for this week. If you have any questions, make sure that you message me, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.